Hi, welcome in. I'm Thorgan Ironside, and today we're going to work on continuing the Vanguard Questline. We're going to check out some mods, and I have this gear right here. If anybody's watching and knows who the mod author is, who made this, and which mod it came from, because I have no idea. I don't remember where I got it. I think it's Zones, but I'm not sure. So, somebody knows. Drop me a message sometime. Alright. So we're here at our outpost at New Jemison. Got some Xenos hanging out down there. You can see them kind of down in the distance. Well, they're down there where my cursor is, hanging out around the pins. You know, I built us a new ship. We've not done any interior decorating in it yet. Also don't know my way around it. I get lost on my own ship. But when your ship's this big, I guess you could do that, right? Take a quick look at it real quick, see if I can remember how to get off of it. We put us a teleporter on here. We'll cheat and jump down. Our grav drive. Go down a level. Now we have some additional cockpits. Got a brig up here. See if I can remember how to get off my ship. Which I'm just taking a tour of it at the moment. This is, forget what I was supposed to make that hub. It's a workshop. I think this is like a all-in-one living, but it seems to not packed in the decorations with it. Might have trouble there. Alright, and then you come out, and this is Matilda's. These are awesome. This is in Matilda's 7.2 update. These like passageways. These are nice. I like this. Alright, so you come out of that, and you go down into an infirmary. Now if we want to continue going off the ship, which we'll do, we'll just go to the center of the ship and see if I remember how to do this. Go this way. Aha, I did. Then continue down. It's more confusing than it looks. Believe me. You've not got lost in it multiple times over. Like I think I just did. One of these should take me out of here. There we go. You can go around this way too. It's the same. It's symmetrical. That's going to go up, but we want to go down. Alright. Now when you get to here, you make it to this big hab, the frontier hab. You can go up or down. You can get on out of the ship if you want to there. There's multiple ways out of this bad boy. This is a new hab from Matilda's from the 7.2. It's a corner deal. I feel like there's supposed to be, and I know there's supposed to be a door there. I need to fix that. Let's just go on and fix that before we get it really occupied in things. I just had made this ship and it's not.
I would like a chance to talk
My
to you,
design
if you are able.
maybe left a little bit to be desired, but I wanted to try some parts and make it a way I'd not made one before. So, you know, it's new. Here is the Xeno arc, or maybe I should call it Big Ugly. I'm not really sure. Maybe it just needs a different paint job or something. I don't know. It's unique. It's definitely unique. And when I take my time in it, it's got some cool things going on. Let's fix where we're missing that door. Missing that doorway. Well, it's there. Why didn't it populate in game? Or is that not the right spot? That's not the right spot. I got confused because of the corner habs. Apologies, apologies. It's down here on this corner hab. This is missing a door on one of these. No? Well then why didn't I have my doorway? Or was it where we were missing the door? It was... there. There. So that's got its doors. All those doors are there. Where was it I was missing a door? They're there. They're there. Is it on the front? Got a lot of these corner habs. Every one of them has this door. Where was I missing a door? There's an easier way to do this. Yep. Everything's where it's supposed to be there. Maybe the game just didn't render it. 'Cause I'm not finding my missing door. You don't have a crossway to go to, so no door for you to be missing. Well, perchance it doesn't mess us up. You know what? I'm going to just to keep. No offense, Matilda. Keep some symmetry there, you know, with all the other ramps. Alright, it's enough looking at the ship. It hauls a whole lot. Anyway, we got 1, 2, 3 cockpits. We got the massive cockpit. We got the new cockpits from the Crimson Fleet rearmed. And even if I don't even use the habs, I just like those habs. I'll put them on a ship just to put them on there. So, RP mindset is just a little escape pod. You can get up here and you can pilot away and break this off, and y'all can just take out if you had to. Anyways, that's just all head canon. I didn't fix anything because I couldn't find what was broken. Alright. So we got us a new ship. Let's quit arsing around about it. Let it spawn in the Daymog. Well, you about dropped the Daymog on Tommy. Alright. If we go in right there, that'll enter into the cargo bay. If we enter in here, it'll enter to the Tiger hab. It's the Tiger 3x3x2 Frontier hab if you have the Tiger ship mod. I said that ass backwards. But I went in the other door, it goes to the Tiger hab. This one goes to the cargo. My docker's right there. Boom, we go around the corner hab. Down a long hallway. And there's obviously no door here because there's a big hab here that has no doors on the side. I'm probably going to put, like, on one of these decks, I don't know, there's plenty you can build in here. Plenty of room for building and customization. We're just going to go on up. We're going to fly on back to Mars so we can get the Londinium thing started. Ah, whoops. This ship's pretty cool. It's got a lot of glass in it. You can look around, look out and about from inside the ship, out at the ship. That's so cool. Learning how to get around my own ship would be even cooler, though. I can see why the game doesn't like to make loops. My ship design is basically a bunch of loops. Eventually I'll get used to it. I'm thinking I'm going to put, this is the top deck. Or not the top deck, but the top deck as far as the center structure of the vessel goes. I think I'm going to put a gem here. Use the stuff from One More Rep gem and functional decor and make this all like a gem. At least that's my intent. Bum bum bada bum bum bada bum bum bada bum. Alright. Let's fly this thing, see what it's about. It might suck, who knows. Shout out to mod author for Crimson Fleet Rearmed. I cannot remember who that is off the top of my head. I feel terrible about that now all of a sudden. But shout out to them because those little round habs from it, I really like it. Of course, shout out to Matilda. And hold on, we got to do something real quick. We can save real quick and then we'll go do that. We'll come back to Jemison and do that later in the stream.
Ship's clear and the sky is calling to us. Orbital pattern locked. Easy.
Let's see how she handles. It's a Class B vessel. That's not terrible. Mobility's good. I mean, it's a Class B, so it's not going to be super fast. But I do have 4 boosters on it for and I run the mod. Oh my God, she's not fast. She's not going to win no races. Let's just keep it on a straight line boost. 529. I'm not outrunning anything. I better get better shields. Might need to stick some turrets on this thing. Guess I could go down in reactor class and get hey, let's see what the max top speed here is. Straight line boost 520. Good God, that's pitiful. But yeah, I think that makes up for it. Yeah, we need to go blow something up. Alright, I said I was gonna do a certain thing. We're supposed to be doing something. We need to go to Cydonia. Now I tried to make this ship a certain size so it landed on all ship landing pads without clipping. I don't know if I did that because I don't know what sizes it has to be for that. So I tried to keep it under like 40 meters. Don't know if my width's too much or not though. We'll find out. I was gonna keep riding with the Starborn Guardian because I really like how I had it decorated on the inside.
Could we talk?
But I ain't gonna lie.
What did you need?
The combat ability for it just struggles. Alright, we fit well on this landing pad. I mean, we take the whole landing pad up. Now, don't that ship look way cooler here than it did in the ship builder? It looked really janky in the ship builder. But I thought it would look real good rendered out in the game world. And okay, maybe not real good, but I've seen worse designs. Let's take a look at it. And it fits on the landing pad. Actually, I get the inside of this ship decorated out, get all my stuff in it, get it all decorated. It'll look nice. Got the nav lights from SETI on it. Got the red on the left, green on the right. Or is that supposed to be the other way around? We have a functional grav or reactor. That one's decorative. Those are the two of the. I let those clip into here when I built it, but it's like they're feeding that, you know, and then that fuels back into that and goes into all that system. Little stupid hand cannon RP stuff that I do when I'm playing the game. I'm that much of a nerd. This is not a bad looking ship. I mean, I could paint it a different color. The paint job's not really jiving well with the Matilda thing. Maybe I should make it black and red or something. I don't know. Anyways, hey, what's up, Ghost Rider? How you doing, buddy? Tried to build me a Xeno arc. Instead, I made a big ship that's not big. It's big without being big. It's freaking huge, but it's not huge as some of them I usually make. And I got to use some of that Crimson Fleet rearm stuff. Like that as an aggressive looking docker. Alright. On with it. Let's get this stuff going so I can get on with the stuff I really want to do, which is smack some Xenos.
If you have the time, I
went back to my outpost.
Yes?
And my main outpost there at Jemison, and thought it was so cool because I was in the shipbuilder and got done building my ship, and I was walking around on the inside of my ship, and I looked out over there where I have all the Xeno rugs, and all the Xenos that I have at the outpost were all laying around chilling, interacting with each other. I thought that was pretty cool.
Back up to full fighting capacity.
Immersive.
This is good to hear. I was told there was a new threat on the horizon. I wish to learn more.
Percival will give you the full story.
Yeah, it's kind of the sci-fi Noah's Ark, basically. I got to start getting this tank girl stuff utilized.
Londinium.
I've collected all kinds of resources and stuff and haven't even looked how to use the mod.
I will require additional armaments.
I'm sure it'll be fun though.
Come on.
Captain, you're with me.
I'm
Time to
with
walk
you.
through what we came up with.
Well, let's go do it, girl.
So the problem we're up against is vast. Terramorphs, they can be anywhere. Meaning us finding and disposing of them ourselves isn't an option.
Well, how about find me some credits, because we
could
spent a
let
whole
something
bunch
else do
building
the
my
work
ship.
for us.
Like,
Come on. I'll walk
well
you
over
through
$1
what I'm
million.
thinking.
So it's hot there today, Ghost Rider. Well, hopefully you can stay nice and cool, man.
You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asyles?
Yes, I know all about the Asyles.
Apparently, they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asyles were chosen to fill in the gaps. We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see,
Look at that big
what we're
boy.
proposing is
He is
bringing
so
them
cool. Man, I
We'd
love it.
breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course. Using a method that thousands
Hey,
of years
Ghost
of
Rider,
adaptation
is it,
have already
is the
perfected.
humidity high there?
We could speed up their breeding process using, well, using some of the same technologies that were used
Because if
to
the
create
humidity's
me.
not too bad, 88 degrees
We even
Fahrenheit
think
or
that
31
with
degrees
some time and
Celsius is
investigation,
hot, but it's
We
manageable.
could use the Asyles' hunting skills to
But
track
then again,
down the terramorph transmission
I work in
method
a
at long
manufacturing environment, IRL,
last. Find
for
out how humanity
my job.
spread them and put an end
Like
to the
a
terramorph
floor
problem
leader, like a
definitively.
floor supervisor. And it's not a place to hang out. It used to get up to like around the ovens. It used to get up to like 110, 115 degrees where I was standing and working for 8 to 12 hours a day. 33% is enough humidity to make it feel uncomfortable, Ghost Rider. And I'd work in that, like, it's not that bad at that where I work now, but 10 years ago it was atrocious. Now I have a fairly simple job. I don't bust a sweat too often. But I used to, and I got very
So-
acclimated to it.
What are you thinking? I really think it could. Now, there is another option for removing the terramorphs from our worlds. It's faster, maybe even more efficient, but riskier. A microbe.
I don't
Something we could
like,
aerosolize.
this is the
Let
only
spread and
complaint
have
that
it
I
clean up
have about
anything with
the
Terramorph
Vanguard
DNA for us,
quest line is
which
that
would
if you
include
choose the
morphs, and we
Aciles
expect their
as the
transmission method.
option, like all the
It'd still take
constellations
time to
pissy
build,
about it.
test,
Like
and
they want you to
distribute,
use
but
the micro.
no other method could hold a candle to it when
There's
it comes to
probably a
sheer
COVID tie
efficiency.
in there or something, who
Not even the
knows, but
Aciles.
because it was all similar timing, but it's just like, it's science either way.
Well, so that's tricky. Both plans are going to take major investments in time and resources. We're talking years of work, not to mention some
And
highly
of the
specialized
two
materials.
scientific approaches
Terramorph
to
cell lines we
control
can bring
that,
quickly and
to
consistently
control a
to test on.
predator, would be its
Series gene
natural
samples we can use to
predator,
rebuild their bloodlines. Or sharpen our microbes tracking skills.
rather than
Not
dropping
the sort
a
of
microbe
things
out there
any
on it.
labs just got lying around. But we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find
Ghost
all the
Rider, I do
materials we need.
believe that's the
All paths lead
biggest
to Londinium.
issue I have with any quest line, storyline, messaging, anything in this entire game, is that they made all four of them hate the Aciles option. They should have split it 2 for 2 or 3 to 1. At least one of them should have been pro Aciles.
Exactly what I was hoping to hear. Now, the UC has
Yeah.
a small operating base
It would be
on
the
Londinium's
safer
outskirts.
scientific,
We're cleared for
option.
access, but we'll need to check in with the
and
base
you
commander,
wouldn't be
Sarah
under
Hatun, when we
a
touch down.
we have to do this
I'm gonna
immediately
help
threat,
Percival and
because
Kaiser prep,
humanity
but
was
once
living
that's
with the
done, we'll rendezvous
Terramorph
with you
threat
there.
without
you
it
need
being
to
like,
know,
oh my god, we got to do something
Londinium,
about this,
It belongs to the Terramorphs.
until after
They'll
they
have
find out it
anti-Xeno
can
gear
be
for us at the base,
accelerated.
but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on
But by
hand.
then, nobody's actually accelerating it. So it's kind of a bullshit push. The real science option in the real world would have been to have picked this guy. And it's fucking stupid to think anything else. And if I were able to be a good, like, that level of modding where I could just rewrite the base script, take out people's voice lines, the whole fucking 9 yards, and redo that entire shit, I would at least give 2 companions the option to support the Aciles. Even if I kept the theme of it and the overall feel the same. But I can't make a damn overlay and get it to work. I've been trying for a little
Excuse
while
me.
to get an overlay to work that I wanted to make. And I ain't figured out how to do that shit yet. Kind of like the gun overlay down there, like I would like to have an overlay from a character in another game that my son really likes, because he plays a game that has this overlay pop up, and I'd like to kind of copy that, but instead of what it says, make it Starfield related. So when he plays his copy of Starfield, that'd be a mod he would enjoy. But I have not functionally made that work yet. Of course, I honestly haven't spent the amount of time on it that would require probably to get it to function, but I failed at step 1. Yeah, the only reason the Aciles, the Terramorphs got out of control in Londinium is because we wiped out the Aciles area. Yeah, see, Ghost Rider. I need to be able to read chat and stream like a good streamer. Y'all be mind blown I fucked around as a good streamer. I gotta watch my language. Keep forgetting. The whole time I streamed on Twitch, I absolutely did not care, because I was streaming some not a happy game. So I never cared about my language, but I am trying to curse less on YouTube. I'm failing miserably at it. It's just in my own day-to-day language I curse a lot. Way more than is probably acceptable.
Yes?
Definitely societally acceptable. You can have a chat overlay on the mainstream. Oh, I don't want to have it. I can put my chat overlay over there. I like to keep it on my second screen. I just don't do a good job of reading it. Hey, Fenrirollen, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. For anybody who's pops by the stream doesn't know, Fenrirollen makes some really cool mods. The Kuzirayu, and I know I mispronounced Fenrirollen's name and Kuzirayu. Whoa, cool. I never noticed a Terramorph in here before. Has that always been in there? Like, after you restore this? Because I don't remember seeing him in there. Or maybe I just didn't ever pay it any attention. The rest of them, except for that one... No, he's got another one over here. Rawr. Wish I could go in there and play with him.
Hey.
Alright. Let's go do the Londinium thing. Let's quit assing around and actually do the gameplay. Mess around and accomplish nothing on stream again as always. I am so proud of myself that I'm actually getting your name right.
As soon as we're done with Kaiser, we'll meet you there. Since the outbreak, Londinians belonged to the Terramorphs.
Yeah, I'm very
UC
chillax in
maintains a
general.
presence there, keeps an eye on things, scares off any trespassers.
Kusiryu.
And there are still a couple species that have been able to survive alongside the morphs, but otherwise, they've got free reign. The city itself grew fast, but it was short-lived. The place was only founded during the Colony War to keep up with all the UC's increased industrial needs. A wartime boomtown wiped off the map before it could really even put down roots.
Yes. I've heard all this before. I don't know why I stopped to talk to you.
Howdy.
They cheat, Ghost Rider. That's how they do it. This blows my mind. I don't know if it's like this. Is this like this in y'all's game? It was never like this in like second or third playthrough. I think it's second or third New Game Plus. I remember the first time I came back in here in that new game, this was like this, and now it's like that every time. Every time. And I just think it's hilarious. Secret Hallowed Devil member in the Red Devils. Yes.
If you have the time, I wish to speak to you.
You know what's so funny is I knew this was not the way I wanted to go,
Do you need
and I went that way anyway. This is like the one place they give multiple entrances to, and I screw it up, knowing it's not the one I want to go to. This is where we want to go. This is where we're parked. Fenrirollen, I feel sad that I just built this ship and I don't have any Kuzirayu habs on this one. I will say this: the Kuzirayu, the executive suite hab, the big 3x3x2, or I'm probably mispronouncing the dimensions on that. That hab is awesome. Ghost Rider, if you want to make you a ship, you could make you a Tayo themed ship and use that 3x3x2 executive suite hab. It's got a big open one. Use the one without the dining room table in the middle. And you can put some pretty big Xenos in there. I keep getting lost on this ship. I wonder how long it's going to take me to figure out how to get around on it. So far, so good. See if we can make it all the way to the deck without screwing it up. I should have went the other way, or I didn't have to open the doors. Oh, I think we're going to do it. Why? Have we learned our way around the ship? Have we learned the way around this ship? Oh, nope. Nope. We screwed it up. We messed it up. We got lost, chat. My kid would be so happy I just said chat to chat. I make fun of people who do that. But if my kid ever watches this and hears this, he'll never let me live it down. The TLMS? Yeah, the executive hab is huge, Ghost Rider, in that in her mod. The rest of them are Taiyu size normal habs, right? But it's got one hab where you can really put some big stuff. That's why I built this ship. I got some other habs I was gonna try putting Xenos in, like the Crimson Fleet rearmed circular habs, the empty ones. Thought I'd try putting some there. Let's fly on out to That's funny. That's funny, Veneralin. Well, Ghost Rider and I both have a humble request, even though he hasn't said anything about having a humble request. I'm going to make a humble request for him. Some big empty habs. Maybe with some cages for our Xenos in it. And not much else. But they need to be tall and big and doors all the way around. Maybe a catwalk on the third level. Something like that, where you could like a catwalk across the middle, like a 3x3x2 or 3x3x3. Maybe just some base cages or just empty. I would say I've spent between just quests and shipbuilding is probably where I've spent most of my time in Starfield. I've done like a whole new game plus like 5 or 6 times, and I do pretty much all the quests all the time. So when something new happens in it and it surprises me, I'm like, what? Let's go to Londinium. Now, I think I still have Londinium revamped installed, so just in case, I'm pretty sure I still have that, because didn't she say Londinium belongs to Terramorphs, all like Goofyified or something? I've had trouble there before, so I'm going to say before I jump. And I don't know if it's that mod or if it was my load order in one of my prior saves. I've not had that problem since, but just in case, you know, never hurts. I'm pretty sure I have that mod still installed because it makes Londinium significantly better. And I'm going to it this time for a change without a bunch of overpowered gear. So I might get wrecked. This could be funny. Ah, I figured there was a reason there wasn't bigger hab sizes, and that people were using seem to be like when they do have one that's a bigger one, it's like it's all a copy of the same one.
Please respond. This world is off limits. You are advised to jump to safe harbor immediately. Let me check my logs. Alright, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way.
Like I know Tigers had 3x3x2 and Matilda's 3x3x2. They are ridiculously similar in layout, shape, size. Ridiculously so. Alright. I guess I need to quit assing around and actually play the game, don't I? I was reading, so I wasn't doing a good job of actually playing. Alright. And I bounce between controller and keyboard and mouse when I'm in my ship. I know it sounds weird. The collision works very well in it. I was curious about your door choices, and I bet a lot of it has to do with that. Ooh, living ship pads? That sounds wild. Huh. I haven't tried my hand really much modding as far as creating the mods. But I've been watching a lot. I watch a lot of videos on the creation kit. And here, let me deal with old Morphe here. Oh, he's only level 44. He ain't nothing. You might as well just be a Fluffy. Come here, be my Fluffy. Whoops, okay. You be my Fluffy. Ah. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. Maybe I need to get to be a bigger, badder boy before I can catch the Terramorph. Okay. Cool. That's okay, we got heat leeches. We'll grow one. We're still gonna try to catch them anyway. Let's go get us some Terramorphs. I wouldn't be modding if not for the Ancient Mariner creation. I got so offended that it was just those two halves.
You! Inside the barriers! Double time!
I'm probably better at the 3D modeling part of it if it's anywhere similar now. I'm old. Years and years and years ago, I used to do 3D modeling for like Autodesk, AutoCAD, stuff like that. But I haven't done that work in years. Oh, Blender must be pretty cool. Finn and Rollin, we're not all geniuses, though. I love how this dude's just down here target practicing with explosive armor. It's like, yeah, this is like some of the most expensive ammo in the game, and that's what we target practice with. Thanks for the stuff, bud. Really? Really? You wanna talk right here beside the guy who's blowing stuff up? Really? Here, let's go somewhere else. The only real 3D modeling I did was 20 years ago, so I'm sure it's significantly better now. Significantly different. And that was because I was working for a small company and they needed somebody to do the modeling. That became me.
Out there willingly. Damn.
Yeah, first I'm gonna rob all your stuffs. Do we pick the lock? No, we're not in a lock picking mood today. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. What's wrong with me?
Don't trust me.
I think it'd have been quicker just to unlock it. All of a sudden I can't type. I like how it's like, let's go get encumbered before we go fight. I'm gonna take all this stuff back to the ship's what I usually do. Was the duckies? I like how you guys are having a full-on conversation. Continue on. I'm going to dip in and read a little bit of it every once in a while and learn something. Smarter people than me are talking, so I'll let them have the floor. Old boy over here with the XPL armor can give it a explosive ammo, can give it a break though. Anybody want some Terramorph chunks? Guess they had Terramorph barbecue. Wonder if it was any good. It's like rob everything. Take it all back to the ship. And then come back and actually do the mission. I mean, like, if somebody came here and they were low on gear, this would be the spot, that's for certain. If anybody doesn't know, that mod is Click Light. And, helps if you... Okay, I did unlock it, okay. Thought I unlocked it. Did I unlock that? It did. Y'all saw that, right? Am I tripping? It says unlocked weapon rack. Or maybe I just thought I did. Yeah, okay, weapon case. I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. Okay, I said I was gonna do Londinium revamped without being OP, but I might have picked up some good gear. I don't feel like picking up any more of them helmets. Alright, I'm boring with picking up gear. Alright, let's go just do the fighting part.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the
I'm totally enjoying reading y'all's conversation. Caught up on like the modeling.
The rest of your outfit.
It's like I get to learn about both of y'all.
No need for introductions.
I'm enjoying that.
Dr. Walker.
Ah,
Precede you.
dropping things.
As does the urgency of your mission.
Drop
So
my
I'll get
phone.
to it. Now, Londinium is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structure... When Major Sinan's father bombed its spaceport, has
Oh, that's
large
getting
swings
annoying.
metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're
Yeah,
over
I'm just doing the
barriers,
Vanguard
you'll be on your
playthrough.
own. If you get into trouble,
Just running
my
through
people
here,
will not
knocking
be
it
coming.
out.
Do we
Every
understand
new
each other?
game plus, I do all the major missions. All of them. Every faction, every quest line. I don't do all the spare stuff, but I do all the big ones.
Precisely.
I guess I'm just nerdy like
I'll
that.
leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory.
I need to go get
Facing the
healed
tower
up
just
because I'm getting
outside.
tired of hearing my guy go.
And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I
Uh,
can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find.
I've s-
Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
I've spent
Thank you,
entirely too
Commander.
much time playing the game.
Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done.
When
and
I
get the
like
hell
a
out of
game,
here.
I am
Percival will be
ridiculous
scanning the
about
city
that.
for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field.
Hey, that's a cool way to get through the new games. I just
Alright.
end up remembering that I like
Head
this
over to
piece
the
of
armory and
gear,
gear
or
up.
I like that
Once you're
part of the
done, we'll find the
storyline,
entrance
so
to
I
the
just
city.
end up just doing them. Ah, man, I forgot to. Do I have. That reminds me. How am I running on batteries? Batteries. I need to get some batteries.
I wish to discuss with you.
You can wait on them things you wish to discuss. We're going to put this up, go get us some batteries, and come deliver some pain to some Xenos. Yeah, and we're also running, I'm 99.9% certain, we're running Londinium revamped, or not revamped, Londinium, what's the name of that mod? Londinium something or another, I don't know. It's the one where it makes it a whole lot more going on, supposedly. That's really surprising because my favorite quest lines in the run are the Vanguard Questline, and my second favorite is the Ryujin Questline. And the Ryujin Questline would be my favorite, but the Vanguard Questline just feels so much like, I don't know, like it gives the world some something besides a Starborn to be worried about. A Ryujin Questline, I really like it because the subtlety and the difference, it's not just go shoot people. And if you're, take your time, ooh, we can go check out why Fenrir. Well, I don't know why I said why Fenrir's here. Fenrir's not the Crimson Reaper maker. But these are cool little cockpits, I thought. This is going to be a place to put some Xenos. Ghost. I thought that's the whole point for the Crimson Fleet rearmed tabs on here. I'd like to have that without that middle deck. It would be perfect for Xenos. Alright. We were going to up. Dagnabbit, that's the wrong up. That's the wrong up. I got lost. Told y'all I get lost on my own ship. That's sad, ain't it? I just built this thing this morning, so before the stream. So y'all bear with me. I made it ridiculously convoluted for no reason. For really no reason whatsoever. I think really just to torture myself. Believe it or not, I'm actually going the right way now. Yes, we go in circles. But circles take you up. See? See? I am learning. I'm getting so amused at myself. It's just kind of funny. Alright. I did all that, and y'all know what's really funny? I was too busy running my mouth to realize that I didn't have to do any of that. I've got 2 more cargo bays on the bottom of my ship that both have dockers in them, so I don't have to enter my ship just to transfer gear. And I've not built my workshop on here that would normally have the stuff that I was going to come build. That's hilarious. I'm a pro streamer. Pro streamer. Let's see what we got here. What goodies have we got? We're definitely going to take the ambassador, even though I still haven't done anything with it. Really don't even like it. Everything else is going to get put up, it looks like. Alright. Anything better than what I'm wearing? Nope. Nope. Hey, does I have this mod while both of y'all are in here. The Void Trooper. I can't remember who made that outfit. You can buy their stuff at all the stuff from that mod is available for purchase at Nira. At the what's the name of the mechanic, the mech lab guy's name at Gels? Angel's Rito or whatever it is. I can't remember who made that mod. I can't remember which mod it's from. Anyways, if anybody knows, I could just say. I have that, and that is the intention. And I'll absolutely, Fenrir Holland, this is so funny. I've got the sign mod, so I've got the one that's already has the signs, and then I've got the new one with the small letters and the big letters. I figure by the time I get around to doing that, I'll have learned my way around it. Like, I know it a little bit better now, but before I streamed, I spent 20 minutes trying to get off my ship because I was going the wrong way. You can actually put yourself in a loop where you end up not seeing the way to go down. It's hilarious. I was laughing at myself the whole time I was doing it, going, I built this, I know better. Am I that stupid? Do I have no better sense of direction? Craziness. So get it down to weight. Carry nothing I don't need. We're gonna keep this and we'll transfer all this, but then we'll come back to that. I'll take all those. Let's see anything else in there that I need. I bet inventory management is boring as all get out, ain't it? Especially when I forget what I'm doing half the time because I look over there to read something in chat and then forget what I was doing in the game because I'm old and my mind isn't quite as quick as it was 20, 30 years ago. Notepad++ is the greatest program ever made. Fenrir, it's like the people buying Notepad++, I swear to God, they should be enshrined in a Hall of Fame somewhere. It is there's been more done and saved with that program. Oh yeah, that's what I came back to the ship for, Ghost Rider, was to make sure I had enough prods to catch me some heat leeches. And then I got back to the ship and realized I didn't even have to get on the ship to take all this stuff out of my inventory because I'm brain dead. And I haven't built the copycat or any of my crafting tables yet. But we can throw down the copycat and we'll just copy a few prods real quick. We'll just put a copy of the copycat right here. We'll cheese a little. Are you kidding me? I don't have the stuff on me that's necessary. It's hilarious. I don't feel like dropping my batch files. It gives me tons of resources. I moved all my resources. All my overblown amount of resources are on the Starborn Guardian because I didn't have them in ship cargo. This is hilarious. I'm totally not prepared. Oh All my goodies are in the other ship because I didn't use ship cargo. I was using all those other containers to hold all my stuff. It's hilarious. It's okay, we got 14 of them. We get some heat leeches with 14 of them. I'll have to load into the Starborn Guardian and get all my stuff off of that. Or just make new stuff. I'll probably just make new stuff. Hey, look at that, y'all. I've not gotten lost. I think I'm going to successfully get myself off my ship without getting lost. This thing is huge. We took an unnecessary detour there, but whoops, that's the cargo docker. This is the way out.
If you were... Could we talk?
Well, I've still got grenades too, but I love them batteries. I love how he just hops down there. Let's go get us some Xenos.
Transfer's complete.
Yeah, she can run her mouth all she wants to. I needed to talk to him.
You match our description. The Vanguard captain? The cabinet wanted you to have something. Make sure you had the best tools for the task at hand. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Do that while I was in there. I don't want to carry this big heavy gun that I don't actually need, but I always get it so I can steal the legendaries off of it. Weapons. Where did it go? There it is. There you go, Andresia. You can hold on to that. I don't want it. And no, we're not going to do story time right now. We can do that later. Alright, now this woman over here was running her mouth and we skipped it short. You know, there's goodies in here, but I don't need any of them. Let's go. Let's do it, Sanan. Pay tribute to the fallen. Alright, let's go get them.
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this? Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I hope it's one of them setups. I've changed my load up quite a bit since last New Game Plus.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
I'm hoping this is one of those times where Londinium is challenging, or you know, where they can actually threaten me. I tried to go before I got too OP. Like, I am actually semi-fragile to be a level 185 at the moment. I know it sounds funny to be like, he's 185, he's fragile. But for 185, he's a little fragile. That's why you take a Rosie with you.
Shit.
Open it up.
They're all dominated. Clean them out and keep an eye out for the morph control.
I would be really glad to. I love how you're...
On our way into the city.
Whoa.
Where are we heading?
I said I hope it's different than normal. I've never had the AI attack before I went in. Ever. How'd you get over here? That tripped me out. That really did. Y'all have no idea how many times I've done this. And that has never happened. At least not to me. It always starts when you open this door. Yeah, level scaling can be very rude. So anybody who plays this, here's the cheat. You get up here and you can just wreck them. Yeah, I tried. I wasn't trying to hit the Terramorph that time. Am I hitting everything but the thing I'm trying to hit? Here. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. There we go. Alright. Now let's kill some more. Yeah, I was just trying to catch the stuff it had dominated.
Just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, we close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, their fate.
Come on, there's 2 or 3 of you in here. Let's go. Come on, let's fight. There you are.
Jackpot. Get down there and collect as many as you can.
You make such a cute Fluffy. Where's your buddy? There's another one in here. I mean, it is not that serious this time, evidently. I played it one time, and I don't know, it's like Bedlam kicked in the game's favor or something. I don't know. It was like I could not make it through here for the number of Terramorphs, and they were just violent. I don't feel like picking that lock. Whatever's in there can stay in there. Alright, let's see. Let's switch over to weapons. Where's that? Oh, I gave that gun away. Lame. I can't believe I did that. Alright. That didn't seem to hurt homeboy at all. Get in there, Tommy. It's like they're fighting each other. I swear those Terramorphs are hung up there on Tommy. That's hilarious. Get him, Tommy. Well, this is just going to be super easy. Tommy just handling business, holding the fort down right there. He's just going to hold point. Look at Tommy just get it done. Man, he's a rough looking dude. You're awesome, Tommy. Are you hungry, Tommy? Oh, I think I put the... Hey, cool. I was afraid I'd put them all away. I hate it when I ask him if he wants a treat and I don't have any on me. Look at me. Tommy just laid it down up here. Good job, Tommy. It's like I didn't have to do nothing. It's like I'm not playing Londinium. I'm just following my Xeno. Let my little grasshopper here wreck Terramorphs. Yeah, for real. Yeah, Londinium is totally being a walk in the park. But I played it like a new game or 2 ago. Maybe not the last one, maybe the one before, and I'm telling y'all what, it was unreal. It was super fun. But I was hoping it was going to be one of those challenging ones. And I really don't know what mod order I had that, or what I had affected at that time, but I played it. It was super rough. But now it's just more like a materials collection. We'll get us some heat leeches though. I gotta get them before Tommy gets them. That's the challenge with them. I ran the, what's the guy's name there in Sidonia, the trader in Sidonia. You can go clear out the ship. Heat leeches for him. I can't remember his name. But I did his mission. The intent was to just collect heat leeches, right? That's all I was trying to do. And Tommy killed all of them. Like, as soon as they would spawn, before I had a chance to kill them. I was like, damn, Tommy, get them. I'm telling y'all, Tommy's, he's about it. I know it wants me to go, it wants me to go get a specific one. I'm just being a loot goblin. Yeah.
All Asilis samples collected.
All right, now hand those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Damn, Kaiser. Where you going, homie?
Samples secure.
Nice work. Now, earlier scan picked up a valid Terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
Because Sanan sent it to him.
Not sure.
Or had it sent to him.
See any better option?
By the guy we already
Not from
killed.
where I'm standing.
Or at least programmed it into you.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Let's go. Got two there. I didn't know what level he was. Who turned out the lights? I guess I turned out the lights. See what's on the unauthorized computer. Nothing's on it. That guy looks like he's had a bad day. Alright. Continuing on. Do you have Londinium revamped or Londinium? I wish I could remember the name of that. I'm going to end up tabbing out just to look up the name of that mod because bugging the Jesus out of me that I can't remember the name of it. It's gonna ask if either one of y'all had that installed. The one that changes up Londinium a little bit. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they kill themselves. Hey, y'all don't have nothing else I want. I already got all these books. That's good, that's good, that's good. Let's go. The atmospheric storytelling in here was not too bad.
Now we're talking.
Ouch. Like, I didn't expect that. You see how quickly they hopped up? They wasn't playing. They must have known Tommy was coming. It was like, oh shit, B. Tommy's already in here. We're doomed. You know, that the black hole heart there, that could have been bad. Alright, there you go. That's much better.
Push forward!
I got to where I don't do a lot of quest mods.
Are you prepared to die?
But I don't know, I felt like Londinium needed something. And sometimes with Bedlam and stuff like that, sometimes it just goes hard. Like right there, if I'd not been paying attention, I'd have been wrecked. Would have been wrecked hard. Oh yeah, it was my guy dying. Okay. I was like, what am I taking damage from? But this is something I like that they added in there. Now I wish they had modeled this a little bit better, but hey. You do what you do, right? Up, heat leeches. Aha, I got them both, Rosie. You didn't get them. Oh, there's another one. I forgot there was more spacers. On another stream, the audio mix is questionable. On mine, it's always questionable. But I don't know if you're talking about mine or the other one. But I know my audio is always questionable. Like being able to hear me or distinguish me or distinguish the game depending on which one I've cut down too much or which one I've cut up too much. For somebody who loves music and used to do like recording, I suck at getting my audio levels right for my stream. Oh, I bet the audio mix is mad questionable. You getting a mix of both of us?
You are free, sir. Can we talk?
I was working on seeing if I could play with it a little bit. I tweaked it, practiced, or not tweaked it, but I played around with it a little bit prior to the stream, but based on my audio, what I hear versus what gets displayed to you guys because of my setup, it's hard for me to get it right, to get a good baseline of what I think it sounds like to the other user. By the time things hit my DAC or whatever my PC said it was doing is kind of pointless. That Fluffy tried to hit me. Get him, Tommy. Tommy is just a tank. He just stands there and just pulls all the aggro. He's a beast. I shouldn't stream. I try not to stream when like Crimson or Sister Citizen streaming or like Ghost Rider streaming. Try not to step on other people's stuff. It ain't like I got a lot of people coming to see me over them anyway, but those are by far better streamers. Whoa, I just caught up to all that. I'm reading the stream. Hold on. I caught up to that. Somebody was rude to you, Finrolin? In the chat? Oh, that wasn't here. Okay, I was about to say, it's only you and Ghost in here. I was about to say, what's up with that? Somebody's about to get booted. But that was in somebody else's stream. Okay. Yeah, if I notice somebody being rude to anyone in my chat, like if the people can't get along and, you know, a little light-hearted ribbon's one thing, but if people are just being rude and stupid and uncalled for no reason, they will definitely get the ban hammer. First, they'll get told, hey, you need to chill out, be respectful of the other members. And if they don't, well, then they can go kick it somewhere else. I'm here for positivity, fun, and laughs. I ain't here for nobody being a butthole to nobody else. Or getting their, ooh, my internet jollies. I was a big boy on the internet. I said something rude to somebody in a chat. Look at me, I'm tough. That kind of guy I could totally do without. And then some people are just rude and don't even realize they're rude. And those people, if you point it out to them, hey, that was rude, they usually chill out and they're not rude anymore. And then some people are just pricks. I love this gun. It's like a little laser pointer. I used to stream on Twitch a lot, and that was totally my rule, was for my users to be kind to each other. And they could be rude as they wanted to me, but they needed to be kind to each other. You know. I'm a big boy. If I couldn't take somebody saying something mean, I wouldn't be online, right? But I expect them to be respectful of each other. Did we get some Bedlam action in here? Did we get some more? I'll check that out. They came in from behind. Get him, Tommy. Alright, somebody got an audio glitch over here. That's wild. Okay, let me just steal what I need to steal. I'll get away from that audio glitch in a second. Just let me loot that last one. We're gonna get out of here. That's, oh, really, dude? Where are you at? I can't leave nobody behind. Can't have that. Where you at? There you are. There. That's better. Yes, I hate that. The one where it's like, and it's always if they're using a micro gun. Fenderall, I believe that they're always, excuse me. I believe they're always using a, what in the, what? Yo, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, okay, hold up, hold up. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. This was, caught me off guard. Oh, that's, damn, and I'm shooting my teammates. Alright, let me catch some. There we go. We got some good Xeno catching going on. Alright, now it's time to kill some more. So I was all just talking, forgot what I was doing, popped up here. Full on fight popping off. I'm over here shooting Andrasia. Alright. Oh, there's a total, if you have the Londinium thing, there's a whole, that's funny, this dude's just gonna stand here. I just beat on him with that. There's a whole backstory and stuff you can pull off the slates for that gives them the lore. They've paid off some members of the UC Marines so they can hole up in there, and they're robbing the gal bank. And they're gonna split the money with one of the UC Marine guys. So yeah, I still any of them that come running at me, Ghost Rider, they're mine. I'd forgotten that this was going to be popping off up here. So the backstory to that is they've called him a Fluffy, and they've got this ship here, and they're going to bounce after they've robbed the gal bank. I'd totally forgotten about this whole thing. So that's what the spacers are doing on Londinium. Total. I wish it would let you rob that one. That's why they're there. And I forgot about the rooftop fight. And so I go popping up to the rooftop in the back of my mind thinking I went out this door, which takes you back into Londinium. So when I popped up to the roof, it surprised me dramatically. So that's why I feel like I'm doing the mod author of the Londinium mod a disservice. I really wish somebody could go back here and help them with the modeling of the pathways and make it look a little bit better going through the apartments. But everything else, it's got like a good little storyline. It's got a good little feel through it. Yeah, it's an interesting cage, but it didn't have no top on it, Ghost Rider. Doesn't do much good to keep a Xeno out with no top. I mean, a Terramorph out without a top.
Kaiser,
But the rest of the cage looked good.
Flora. This is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinium.
Hey, Ghost Rider, there,
Marvel.
this, if you ever do model the ship hab and you're gonna do the living ship hab, you gotta do for Xenos. You gotta put some Lazarus plant in there. How cool would that be? Or maybe I'm just thinking out loud. What I need to do is get off my ass and learn to do some of that shit myself. But it's so much more fun for me to try to, you know, get on here and make a butt of myself and try to shine a positive light on you talented mod authors.
Keeping these things warm.
I do believe we have caught us some leeches. I'm gonna have a whole fluffy army. Gonna have me a whole bunch of terramorphers.
If you have the time, I wish to speak to you.
I know you've been wanting to talk to me the whole time. But you're not gonna talk to me. See, how far into your quest line are you? This ain't the part where you pop off and be stupid, is it? We'll wait. We shall wait. I about send y'all out. Here's a pro tip. Anybody who actually goes in here, you can glitch this whole part of the quest line out and bork it if your companions get in Hadrian's way. Be aware of that. Hopefully it doesn't happen.
What's that?
I've found if I go way around over here, they'll usually stay out of her way.
You know, we might be some
They can't block the door.
What's
And then you can get here and it's usually okay.
Have you seen this?
Hey Fenneron, thanks for coming by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for hanging out.
Oh my god. The heat leeches are terramorphs. But heat leeches infest every settlement, every corner of the settled systems. That means that every single one... Oh no.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind.
Yes, yes, yes. Lazarus plant, heat leech, yeah, we get it.
The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets.
It feels like a major discovery.
Pretty major is right. But if what we just saw, if that's possible, the Lazarus plant, it's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning.
Yeah, it's kind of like what
You
your
could
pops
sneak a
did.
leech
You
into a
remember?
city, or
You remember me
even
telling you your
multiple
dad
leeches into a place
told
like
us where Kaiser
New
was?
Atlantis.
So I'm getting
God.
catch up, catch up,
The
catch
attack
up.
on New Atlantis. Does this?
I've already told
Could
you.
someone have
Catch up,
set that up?
catch up. It's just like people I know in real life.
But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Hey, you already know that someone
Well, we're
knows
never
it.
gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Go.
Okay, don't y'all block it. Don't y'all block it. All right, cool.
Engaging.
Alright, we got a good view of Tommy and the Terramore going at it. Get him, Tommy. Tommy hits him with the breath weapon. Takes about half his health in one shot. My money's on Tommy. Yep.
Alright. First of all, Kaiser's got the cell data from the New Atlantis and Tau
Good
Ceti
job,
attacks,
Tommy.
right?
Uploaded them myself.
Are y'all not gonna recognize and appreciate Tommy for all his hard work? Oh, hey, that's me. Hey, me. Are y'all not gonna appreciate Tommy for all his hard work? Major Adrian Sanon, you need to quit just being all about yourself and give Tommy some respect. Really. Thank you. Let's go. Oh yeah, Kaiser wanted something. Here you go.
It is a match.
That's what I'm saying. Tommy is MVP.
That the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
Tommy is a rock star.
A plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands.
You
Captain,
think?
Do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here?
Yes, your dad triggered the attacks. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
How could we not have figured that out?
Plant in action,
You think?
to trigger the attacks.
Foreshadowing much for the room that we're about to go in?
Such an idea, deploying alien life forms as weapons.
I wouldn't be shocked
Hey,
to find out our team
and
in
Tracia.
part inspired the approach, but our group never dealt with something that could have an effect like this.
Andresia, I would like to remind you that you
Tau Ceti was
have the
likely
benefit
first
of a
test,
Xeno weapon
someplace remote where no
with
one
you
would question a few
constantly.
settlers going missing. Sure, the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success.
Yes.
And the timing of that one.
You're so smart. You figured all that out.
That it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the Terramorphs. These attacks. I think someone planned them.
I wish
to
that
set
gal
all
bank
this
in
in
chunks
motion.
were like you could break up in there and get in there and do things.
They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions.
Does it?
Who could pull something like this off?
Your dad.
And why?
You already know. He told us where Kaiser was. There you go.
Let's save the discussion for when you all are standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything
I've
to
never
prevent
played it
more
where I
terror
was
attacks,
straight up with her
human
the whole way
cause or
through.
otherwise, we
And
need
I've done
that
it
final sample.
every opportunity I've had the
Roger that.
chance.
Kaiser? Get us into
This
the
time.
spaceport?
The entrance is this way.
Where's Rosie? Rosie, I need a little bit of, I need a little love, Rosie. Can you help me out? I think I got an infection or something. Can you take care of me there? Well, we already know I'm a real mess. Have you met me? Getting me patched up's an understatement. I think it's really cool that Ghost Rider and Fenderall, two super cool mod authors, hanging out in chat. I appreciate y'all. Alright, I think we're good to go. Thank you very much, Rosie. That was awful good of you, Rosie. Let's go ahead and save, just because, you know. Why not? Atmospheric detail here is nice. Could be better, but it's not bad. I'm going to the wrong door, getting ahead of myself. Yeah, go ahead and tell us you can't unlock it. Thank you, Kaiser. Okay, you can't unlock it.
Anyone got ideas where we can get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
I'm trying to proceed, buddy. Oh wow, I thought it was back there. Why was I thinking it was back there? Xeno with the cheers. Love it. I think there's a heat leech up here I can get.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
I thought there was a heat leech that popped out at me up here. I guess I was wrong. There's nothing in there. Oh. Dude. Super lame. That's super lame. Check it out, what we're gonna do. So I think this will work. We're gonna save right here. Like a fresh little save right there, and we'll hit us a quick little reload. I said we would. Well, by God, we'll do it this way. One way to do things, right? Just a quick little reload. Cause I don't know what I was hitting the menus too quick, and I think it caused it to get hung up. Oh no, man! Really? Seriously? Oh, that is lame. It's got it hung up on that activator. Alright, so we'll load the load before that. The lockpick start animation. I get, and the lockpick, just lockpicking in general. I remember a while ago when I said, hey, just save, you know, you never know. Might as well just for the heck of it. Because the game's fragile. And there because I was being impatient and I was rushing through it. That's funny. I'm so glad I'd saved like just right before that. I don't have stuff like that happen a lot, but every once in a while I have some issues. And I am a loot goblin. I think it's only because I'm streaming that I actually skip lock picking sometimes. Not the mechanism, but like a while ago when I was just not going to unlock that at all. And sometimes I won't even do this. Or if I'm not streaming, I'm definitely going to do one or the other. I'm either going to unlock it or I'm going to do that. Mainly because I am a loot goblin. But I figure on stream, sometimes it gets tiresome watching somebody be an idiot with the lock mechanism. Because I see some people do this and they're lightning fast, man. My brain just doesn't brain that quick, I guess. Like I screwed this one up. Yep. But you know how I won't screw it up? Even though that's a super simple one, and 99% of the time I get it super fast. Click light for the win. No lockpick animation. Yay.
Reactivated. Error. Control system reboot required.
And 3, 2,
did that right here.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior.
I don't know why I can't type today.
Power restored.
Back in business.
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Xeno, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
You hadn't already figured it out?
It just transformed.
I've already told you half a dozen times your dad did it.
No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties? Yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send you.
Yeah, I'll max security out pretty soon. I just get tired of picking logs, or it would already be maxed out.
You have my word.
This new game plus, I've probably been the laziest about it I've ever been.
An invisible weapon. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk.
You think? Now you're figuring it out. Now you're like, oh, my dad's a bad guy. Yeah. He says he's doing it for you. Just so you know.
Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he? He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. Condemned this whole city to death. He's
That is a disgusting way to describe what happened here. Someone who truly knows what it means to command, to be in charge of and responsible for others.
I chose that just to piss Andresia off.
He decided to sentence his own soldiers to death. What kind of commander is that? Wait. If the plant was used to trigger the attacks, that means Victus, he might have been involved in what happened on New Atlantis.
Oh my god, you're just now putting that together? I thought, Sinan, you were a brilliant xenoscientist.
What? Victus alive? All this time?
Oh, you're just catching up, Andresia.
In a position where he could be responsible for what happened in New Atlantis? This is precisely why I cannot stand the United Colonies. They pretend at moral superiority, but look what they actually do.
Oh, get over it.
Good point. Deal with one monster at a time.
No, I'm going to keep the other monster alive. He gives me other monsters to hunt down and kill.
I have things
I like him.
I wish to discuss with you when you have time.
Kaiser, try it now.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
Yeah, we're going to go get the big boy now.
Eyes peeled.
I like how these are just chilling here. Just ready to be captured. I don't know why they're borked out, but they are totally borked out. Oh, I'm out of Xenos, aren't I? Out of things. I don't know what's this. Inventory. Dang, I only got 8 of those left. Wow.
I'd love to meet the person who taught you to do that.
Now he's awake. Yeah, like, I don't know why that. I think if you get up to a certain spot, they aggro then, but until then, they don't aggro. Like, so it's kind of a lame thing. Unless you attack the Terramorph. But it's free Xenos, right? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I think they're all supposed to come attack you when you're fighting the big boy over here. It's gonna pop up out the ground. Any moment now. Should have popped up out of the ground already. Okay. There we go.
What the hell? Is that the sample? My God, concentrate fire! Shoot! Shoot!
That is the sample?
Yes, that's the sample. I did it just for the heck of it.
What is that?
That thing is putting out some kind of signal. Radar's lighting up. I think you're due for some company.
Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done. The thralls! They're not coming after us. I guess we should grab that sample while we can.
I already grabbed it. What are you talking about? That thing's tough. Ooh, I want one of those guys. I want one of those guys. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Haha, yes. Oh, I'm out of CCDs and batteries. Lame. Hey, what's up, Tommy? We got Tommy up in the house. I feel honored, man. I didn't see you sooner. I'm sorry I was slow to the response there, Tommy. I got the Xeno crew up in here. I got Tommy and the Xeno Master and the Xeno Master Ambassador himself. It's like a Xeno party now. Where's Tommy? Tommy, go do your job, buddy. Can't believe I'm out of CCDs and batteries. I'm gonna have to correct that situation. So Tommy, did you get a chance to check out any of them new mods? Look, I think it's funny. These things are totally trying not to aggro me. That's crazy. Have you got to try the Tank Girl mod or anything? Hang on a sec. I'll be right back, y'all. Wasn't ignoring everybody. Got the kiddo here. I need to take care of kiddo's allowance for him real quick.
I'm famous, guys.
You gonna say hey to chat?
Hey, Chad, I'm gonna go down in history. Trust me.
I told him earlier it would be funny because I actually said hey chat in chat, and I was like, my kid would give me a hard time for that because I pick on him for saying that all the time, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't actually say it. Okay, so you want some money, huh?
Yep.
Why do you want money?
Because, like, no joke, the only way I can make money. I don't have a job.
I love you, bud.
I love you too.
Yes, sir.
Yay!
Enjoy the grind.
All right,
All right. Tommy said, "What's up, little Thorgan?" All right, we're back in game. Alright, has a bit of real life. My kid is a much better version of anything I could have ever been, which is good. I have high hopes that he's going to be a solid young man when he grows up. Alright. Matt's Productions fired. Matt's Production is the Xeno ambassador. I'm telling you. Ghost Rider, I saw, it's going to be straight up. I saw your mod on Nexus before I saw Tommy doing anything with it. But then I started watching Tommy's streams, or Tommy's content. And I was like, well, Xeno stuff looks pretty cool. And I kept watching it, and I was like, I don't know if Xeno's for me or not, but it's really interesting. I like watching it. It's a very in-depth mod. It's really cool. But I don't know if it's for me. I'm all into my outposts and my ships, blah, blah, blah. Man, I just kept watching him mess with Xenos, and I was like, well, you know what? I'll try it out. I'll try me some Xeno Master out on this, that prior new game. And I'm super glad I did, because it's Tom used to always go, oh, my favorite mod, Xeno Master, and I always thought, I don't know why he's tripping about Xeno Master so much. It looks pretty cool, but you just can't really explain how good this mod is until you're using it in use, like in game, like all the time, and how well it just fits in with the game. You know, I guess I could do something about all that. I forget that other people who are watching the stream are probably not as tolerant of all that noise, like you're gonna die as I am. Apologies, everybody. But anyways, I kept watching Tommy, kept on, and then I was like, you know what? I'll give this a try, and freaking love it, man. Xeno Master is the deal. I've got a lot of mods that work really well with the base game and function well with it. But this just feels like it's part of the game. You know, like it's vanilla. Tommy, you earn every one of your meals. Alright, let's see if I can manage to not get lost on the ship. Why am I missing a door? There's supposed to be a door there. Game don't start glitching. There is supposed to be a door there, isn't there? Pretty sure there's... Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Wasn't where I thought I was on the ship. Getting lost on my new ship. Yep, I skipped a spot. We gotta go in a circle to go up. Alright, this is the center, so... This is pathetic. Getting turned around on my own ship. I need to move that hab that's got the hydroponic in the corner right there, because that's what messes me up. I need to put a hab that just flows right there. Now you go back in another circle to go up. That is funny, Coast Rider. That is hilarious. But here's a funny for you. I got turned around in the Starborn Guardian the other day, and there's nowhere to get turned around, and I got turned around in it, and for the life of me couldn't figure out why I couldn't find what I was looking for, and it was just on the other side of the ship. I could like literally turn like that and see it. But I do like the new ship. I gotta get it decorated, get my builders in here, get everything laid out the way I want it, get a crew in here, maybe paint it a different color. I think it's gonna be, until I can figure out something better, it's gonna be the Xeno arc.
Engine's ready.
Man, I just skipped. You see the... Look at the Terramorph. I just had a Terramorph fall off my ship. Ah, that's awesome. And I just left.
Pumping retros.
And there's part of the mission down there. I forgot to talk to old dude. I was too busy talking, running my mouth IRL, that I forgot to do part of the mission. And the more I play with this ship, the more I love the view out of that hab. I can't believe I just straight up rolled on and didn't give Kaiser the sample. I just bounced.
I have things I wish to discuss with you.
Yes, you do.
When you have time.
You do. You are gorgeous,
Yeah?
Andresia, by the way. Just personal opinion. Alright, Kaiser. I need to give this to you, buddy.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk.
Yeah, I skipped this whole part of the mission. Has anybody ever noticed this when they're in here playing Londinium? It's Eklund's. Before Walter Stroud married into it. Before Walter got into it. I love that. I want that as a sign somewhere. Just that part, not the Stroud Eklunds. I want that. So that's pre-Walter Stroud sign. So we know Walter Stroud's not been married to old girl, but for what, 20, 30 years since the Colony War? Or not, that ain't the Colony War, whichever freaking war it was. So he's younger than that. So that sign for Eklund's shipbuilders there would be prior to Walter Stroud marrying, what's her name, Eliza, or Elisa? I don't remember what her name is, the Eklund chick. And I just think that's a cool sign. I also think the Reliant Medical in that color scheme looks pretty cool. Alright, let's go find where old dude's standing around at. Oh, look at that. Damn, I'm good.
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion.
Matt, Tommy, I couldn't agree anymore. Like, that whole statement is the truth.
Best place for them. Now,
We've collected a lot of
leeches.
leeches.
Fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Bay Victus knew about this damn plan?
You got it.
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
It's a bit more complicated than that. Captain, he needs to know. Bay Victus is alive. Which means he could have been involved in
I made her tell it.
Alive?
I never played it where I told her from the get.
Right?
I've usually waited till later or not at all. This time I thought I'd tell her first thing.
So that means we have a suspect.
I believe that's exactly what
He needs a special Xeno pet of Gary.
Captain, Percival
He's
and
been
I
toting
will
Gary
take
around
samples
forever.
back to the lab.
And I would watch him with Gary,
Cleaning up the leeches
but his
as well
use
as
of
the
Gary
Xenomorphs.
didn't entice me quite
But
like
Bay
Tommy's
Victus
does.
is the only solid lead we've got on the attack. Since you're the only one who knows where he is,
I would assume they're
can
massively
you
time
speak to him?
consuming.
See if you can get him to cough up anything he might know. Good. We'll all meet back at Mast, outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to know everything we've uncovered here. Best of luck, Captain.
I would assume making a special Xeno pet is like a whole lot of work. If I ever find a special Tommy, I'll replace my Tommy with that special Tommy. I've got to get around to making this Xeno Master review. I swear, man, I am such a terrible showcase mod reviewer. I'm gonna do one. I've got so much footage caught up for it and everything. It's just every time I sit down to do it, if it's not too late to be streaming, I'm like, you know what? I think I'll just play the game and have some fun. Because really, I would probably be playing Morrowind if I didn't have Xeno Master. I mean, all these other mods are cool, they do stuff, it interests me and whatnot. But Xeno Master just made this playthrough super fun.
I have things I wish to discuss with you.
You do? Well,
when you have time.
I tell you what, old
You
girl.
have my attention.
Let's get a hard save. And then you can tell me all about what you want to tell me about, because I'm tired of hearing you tell me that you want to tell me. You do that a lot when you're making the mods. It's another reason why I haven't really dove into the
What did
creation
you
kit. I'm pretty sure I can do some stuff in the creation kit.
I have been thinking about what we talked about before.
But
the idea of purpose in one's life.
if I start messing around in the creation kit, I'll probably just quit playing the game. I'll just be in the
Can
kit.
be a driving force in life. I found that
And the
comforting.
game is actually a
But
fun
something
game.
has been
It's a good
nagging at
cozy
me
game.
since.
You can
I
like
have been single-minded in
play
my
it and
pursuits.
accomplish nothing
I
and
have
still
always
have fun.
believed the decisions
I love
I
that.
made were necessary. That
And
there
now
was no other option.
the Xenos give me
I
something
have
else to do.
sacrificed much to be where I am now. And I'm starting to wonder if it has been worth it.
You're the only one who can answer
I
that,
know.
Andrasia.
I have told you that I am not one to discuss my past. I find myself increasingly compelled to do so. To make sense of myself. No, that is not what I am trying to say. I promised to provide for my family. That meant working with smugglers to procure supplies we could not acquire any other way. I have spent my adult life away from my home, jumping from one planet to the next, living in dangerous conditions, often surrounded by violence.
That fauna compendium.
But I have only experienced my own.
There's probably a couple hundred hours in that, I would assume, just in collecting, unless you can like mine the game for the data.
I had, maybe not quite friends, but people I cared about. Yet there was always a distance I could not reach across. I often find other people...
Xeno Master's giving me some fun. Check out Tommy just walking by in the background. That is like little stuff like this that's happening right here, where she's got this serious moment, she's doing her thing, and he just cruises on by like he ain't trying to bother nobody. Where if it had been a companion, they'd have been all up in the middle of it, interacting, been stupid, standing in between you. Xenos are better than the companions.
Until now, I have disagreed strongly with that idea. But therein lies my concern.
But like what I was about to say before I got interrupted by Tommy being awesome, is that's the other thing. Like whenever I very first started playing this game, I ain't even gonna lie, I was playing it vanilla on Game Pass. I intentionally played one new game, one completion through vanilla,
more than you know.
And I took a lot of time just trying to explore. Like you see me flying around now, blah blah blah, because I think on stream people are wanting to see stuff and wanting to see all this action and whatnot. But look, check it out, I'm gonna move around like I would when I first started playing the game. Now granted, what you guys are seeing is 1080 compressed and it's getting stepped on. It's not at the frame rate that I'm watching, etc, etc, etc. So you're not seeing the same image. But I would just like literally go through the game and I was like looking at where the light was. I was looking at the textures on the metal. I was going around reading the things on the, like, the keep vents clear. And I would look at the ships. I'd be like, oh, look at the fleck of paint. Check out that detail there. Instead of just being all clean, look, this is a hab that's in use because it's flecked up here. And it was little dumb stuff like that. You wouldn't believe how much. And then when I actually landed on a planet, oh my God. I probably... That first planet you land on outside of Vectera, the very first time you jump anywhere, the very first planet you land on, it was stupid the amount of time I spent on that. The tutorial basically truly ain't even over at that point. It's crazy, huh? That's how I played the first playthrough. Now I know I can't play it like that on stream. I mean, I guess I could, but nobody would ever want to watch it, and I don't think I would want to waste my time recording it. But that's how I can actually play this game offline, off stream. Super slow, looking at detail, looking at the little things. And now that I got Xeno Master, it's fun to go to the planets again and, like, I'm not really joking when I talk about the Tommy called it the sounds of Starfield or sounds of the settled systems. But I was really thinking about doing like a nature tour where I just like walk around and don't even say nothing. There's no me talking, there's nothing, there's no combat unless it just happens. But it's just me and the Xenos walking around listening to the other Xenos and the sounds of the world and stuff. Alright, let's fly out of here. I'm just walking around the ship talking, accomplishing jack nothing at the moment. We need to go speak to old Victus, but before we do that, we have contraband on the ship. And which player home do I want to go to? Or do I want to go to an outpost? I'll bear with, I had forgotten to engage, whoops, wrong system. Dream home. The dream home thing. Because I didn't choose the trait. I have the mod, but I didn't choose the trait. And this new game plus, I forgot to do the set stage thing. And then I almost forgot where it was. Here we go. So I did the set stage off screen, off stream. And I haven't actually landed at my dream home, so I'm land there and go ahead and claim that real quick. I think it would be a good video idea. I thought about making it a series, like individual planets. I'm just walking around that planet, just boom. Maybe if I got involved with it, actually putting little graphics on the screen for, or scan the animals or something. I don't know. It's something to think about. And then Tommy actually did one, Sounds of Starfield. I thought that was really good. It's crazy how often him and I have similar conceptual thoughts. I'm sure lots of people have the same conceptual thought. I just have no idea if anybody would want to watch it. Me? That's how I played the game.
Gear is ready. Site is clear.
You know, I might have to paint this ship different color, but I'm not hating it. It's different. It's not the standard. It's not your standard looking ship that everybody has. It's just butt ugly enough that I like it. I love that Docker. Super aggressive. Alright. So we got us our player home here.
Okay, hello.
We'll have to get it all fixed up. Of the player homes, this one's got a good location. And if you use the Downfall Nemesis mod, it's got a good feel to it.
Hello.
I like the way she lays it out, or they lay it out. It's funny because I use the console command. It'll give me the prompt that I need to see Landry, but if I ever go talk to Landry about it, there is no mortgage. There's not a lot of room for the Xeno. I might clear that out. I've never emptied this one out before, but I might make this and set this lab up the way I want my lab. I usually leave that the way it is and then build me another one somewhere else in the dream home, but I might actually make that and do like some Xeno warfare or Xenos, or do some kind of labeling on the walls or something. I don't know. Ideas, ideas, ideas. Yeah, I mean like an official way other than via mods. That would be really cool. And the reason I don't do any of those ship mods, like carry it over through universes or stuff, is the biggest problems I've had mod related have all came from the ship mods. from ship habs or shipbuilder or a ship flipper or something, you know, or something that added in other ships. I want to so use that new one that Larry and Carr made, uh, but I'm hesitant to, and like do a series of ships and release them for people. But there's a lot of other better shipbuilders out there than me who are doing the same thing. And just to avoid any jank, I just build my own ship. Should probably just use a vanilla ship. They're probably better than the ones I build. Probably look better anyway. Furniture options, turret options. Let's go with the furniture options of basement furniture. I don't want to get rid of all the basement furniture. I just want to get rid of the workshop. Okay. I want to leave the vault and the vault storage the way they are. I'm going to disable the workshop. Okay. Whoop. Enable entrance area. I didn't mean to disable that. Disable vault storage. You know, I could have just disabled the vault storage and left his workshop stuff in there. No, we're going to leave it like that. I like it like that. I got an idea of what I'm going to make it look like. Mannequin options. Swap to mail. And we'll go back. I hope eventually Bethesda brings in some more functionality with the new Game Plus system. I really hope they do. Go ahead and snatch up all my key cards there. Eventually I'll have all this stuff fully populated with gear. Alright, now that's plenty of room to build us a nice little Xeno workshop, ain't it? Let's get with it. What are we going to need in here? First thing we're going to need in here is we're going to have us a... Oh, first thing we're going to need to do is pop some batch files, because I keep forgetting all my stuff is on the Starborn Guardian. And I don't feel like switching ships just to get it all off, just to move it. It can just stay there. Alright, so I do have a couple batch files. It makes this easier. Highly recommend this to anybody who's just, you know, done it all a few million times and don't feel like doing it 2.5 more million times. I still do a lot of collection, but if we're going to do some outpost building, going to do some ship stuff, I am not above snatching me up some resources. Now I wonder if... I'm curious. We'll have to check that out. Let's check this out. Alright, so anybody who doesn't have Downfall Nemesis Dream Home Overhaul mod, I'll get out of my mouth eventually. The containers, the workbenches in the basement, if you put things in the transfer container out here, they work. You can use them in the workshop and the benches in the basement. I'm curious if I transfer all that jazz, and I added a bunch of food items too. Lord have mercy. Probably shouldn't have did that. Probably should have thought that through. I'm curious if they'll work with the workbenches that I build. We're gonna find out. But first, I gotta do some boring transfer management here, inventory management. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. You know, all that stuff's heavy. We'll just I'll go ahead and put that in there too. There we go. That's better. Still over encumbered. Go over to ship and put up some weapons. You know what would be cool? Is if that actually worked as your cargo for your ship. Besides just being a cool animation. But I love these right here. Containers. Where you don't even gotta go on your ship. Because I use the, you gotta be at your ship to access your ship setting. Ability to save my builds and new ship parts. I'm greedy. But yeah, you don't even got to get it on your ship. Is cargo unlocked or I forget the name of that mod. That's another mod I should do. It's because it's a quality of life mod that I really like. Shattered stock. You can go be put up. You can be put up. You can be put up. Hey, look at that. We're not encumbered anymore. Life is better. Now we're not going whoa, whoa, whoa. Now we can go back to finding out if this will work as my universal stash for anything I build, or if it just works for the containers that they have made.
Yes.
What is that noise? Was that just running in mud noise? Huh. So let's get us a... Oh man, it's not letting it pull to me in here. That is lame. So it just pulled to the benches. Okay, well that answered that question. Now we gotta go suffer through some encumbrance and bring that stuff back. Lame-o. I was really hoping that would work. Yeah, it's worth checking out. Now I know. My ship ain't too terrible looking. I mean, maybe I'm just trying to convince myself that it's cool. It's kind of dorky looking. I done jumped way past the transfer container. And the soy is a beautiful place. We should catch some Xenos here. Don't that look cool? Like I could like kick it right there. Be totally happy. Damn, Tommy. Startled me, old boy. Alright, quit effing off. You got stuff to do and you ain't got much time left to stream, too. (27°C or 81°F). Hey, look at that. It cooled off, man. Now your balls are only mostly sweating off. I thought I just transferred all that in here. Oh, aid. Gotta get that stuff too. I bet personal atmosphere won't even overcome that. Nope. And we ain't gonna die. We'll just go with it. Living on the edge. That's bound to be super annoying. But I am determined to get my resources where I can use them. Now, do I want to put them in this room or this room? You know what? We'll put them in the vault. Let's see here. They're important. They can go in here. We're even going to make a new container for them and everything. Alright, get a functional decor. Betamax is functional decor, and you know, I could use any of these storage options, like anything. But no lie, last time I was here, I used this upstairs to secure briefcase, and the wall unit downstairs. I think we're going to do the same thing. Here's my wall unit. Boom. I like making that my resource, my universal stash, kind of. At my different outposts and ships and player homes, I typically do it. Alright. And now, all my crafting tables and everything will pull from this. At this location. Which is super convenient. And I know I don't have to do this. And this is why my stuff is not with me that was on the Starborn Guardian. One, the container couldn't have held it all anyway. But also, unnecessarily so, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be all extra. I'm just being all kinds of extra this playthrough. For no reason whatsoever, then why not? Alright. We can put some food items in here. There is no need to separate the two, but just being extra to be extra. I leave it not set to increase because as much of a loot hoarder as I am, I'm also an XP hoarder. And I've found if I go the extra annoying steps, I'll make a little bit more XP a little bit quicker. And I have no idea why leveling up matters to me in this game, because it really doesn't accomplish a whole lot. I mean, whoops. I put stuff up that I didn't want to put up. I hate it when it jumps around in the menu like that. It's like I didn't move it. I expected to check the next thing and it hops up somewhere else on the... That annoys me. Where was it? There it is. Much better. Yeah, I set the enemy damage to extreme and stuff like that. I think I got like 47 or 48%. I'm not sure. Usually. I'm just curious now. 41%. Just in case anybody was wondering how I got my stuff set up. Enemy combat's at extreme, enemy ships at extreme, all my stuff's at normal. Inside the ship, I did go increase vendor credits, but that doesn't seem to have kicked. I guess I could change these and make that harder. But I do like the additional how mod authors can add settings in here. If anybody was ever curious, roll through here, and this is the basics of how I got my stuff set up. Ain't gonna lie, that was tight. It was naked before, but figure streaming, we probably should throw some tight undergarment on them. I don't know how boring that is to look at, but it's information. I like Bedlam. That's a good mod. I'd like to crank that up some. Where's Alien Pets chance? Yeah. I'm gonna have to bring that up some. It makes it too easy to catch them. We'll leave it at 40. I think it's pretty much enable everything for Xeno Master. Basically. There we go. That's the settings. But yeah, 41% for total XP. Whoa, dude, I didn't know that list was there. Huh. Alright. Now we can quickly build us up on... I didn't realize what time it is. I gotta wrap the stream up here in a minute. Dagnabbit, I got stuff I gotta do. Alright, stream. When we next see this room, this will be a full-on Xeno lab. But just because we went through all this effort, we can at least throw down, before I end this stream, we can at least throw down, let's see, we can at least throw down a Xeno weapons lab, right? Yeah, you gotta have that. You ain't doing nothing, you ain't got that. Slide that choker right there, right about. Man, I'm slow, decorator. This room needs some lines so you can mark stuff up. You can line it up. Need some lines in the floor downfall nemesis. That'd be really cool. That'd be handy dandy. Leave it off the wall a little bit. I hate that shit. I hate it when you think you have something selected, but you're rolling around, positioning it all, and you really haven't selected it. I don't know if I'm the only one who does that, but I do that a lot. Alright, let's, miscellaneous. I do believe I can find my seed. Alien egg incubator. We're going to slap that right here. Leave it a little closer to it right there. Let's go ahead and get us a Wicked Workshop. Let's get the pharmaceutical and leave it right there beside the alien egg incubator. Yep, I like that. I like that. Filling that. Let's hop over here to functional decor, Betamax, and we're gonna roll right down here to, well, I said we're gonna roll right here, boom, industrial workbench. I'm gonna start right over here against the wall. We'll leave it off the wall a little bit. Ah, come on, I said I would. I wish I had more stuff to line that up with. That looks pretty good. We'll leave it right there. And then we're going to come off of that with weapon workbench. And then we're going to pop right off of that with spacesuit workbench. And we're going to end that with, I did the pharmaceutical over there. We're going to end that with a red research station. Boom. This is going pretty good. And then crafting, we're going to throw a copycat up here on the wall. I think I might leave it. He likes to back out of it, so let's put it in the center. Likes to back up funny when he comes out of that. And da 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 da. I don't need the gear workbench, but I think it might be cool to put one in here. My industrial workbench will do everything that'll do. We're going to throw it up here anyway. You know what? No, we're not. We're going to put the legendary recycler up there, and I got to hurry up. Finish what I'm doing, because I got stuff to do. But when stream checks out this, chat checks out this stream next, or next time we see this room, it'll be a full-on Xeno Mastery room. We'll be able to get all kinds of stuff done in here. You know, we get thirsty when we're in here working in the workshop, so we gotta have us a functioning water cooler in here. Alright, I really gotta stop where I'm at right here. Ghost Rider, I really appreciate you hanging out with me. You have a good one too, buddy. Been nice chatting with you. But I guess it's time for me to wrap up. I got stuff I gotta go do IRL. Everybody have a great day. I appreciate you coming in. If you enjoyed this and you found any value in it, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're seeing this in the future, I appreciate you watching it. Everybody have a great day. See you in the Starfield.